Hi there, in this video I'm trying to find out if a Kemper profile can sound better than the real amp. So let's get started. I recently visited my parents and found my first guitar amp in my old room. A Fender Frontman Reverb. It's a small practice amp, and shortly after I got it, I upgraded to a bigger Marshall amp since I never liked the distorted sound of the Fender. This amp is a perfect candidate for this video since the sound can only get better. Listen to the amp's sound played on my Fender Stratocaster. That's terrible. If you go online and search for this amp, some people claim that it actually sounds pretty good if paired with some decent cabinets, since the speaker seems to be very bad. Luckily, the Kemper makes swapping cabs very easy. I'll be playing roughly the same riffs over and over again so you can hear the difference. Let's listen to the profile first. The first thing I noticed is that the profile is already more usable because it does not have all the sonic noise of the original amp anymore. Great. The amp sound is still the same. Let's swap out the cab. I'm using the rig manager for convenience. Everything is locked except for the cab section. Let's hear a Mesa cabinet from Ola Englund's Mark IIc. Wow, what a difference. Now that does not sound like the crappy original profile anymore. The next cab I'm using is from a Diezel Einstein Combo, one of the profiles I made. It's available in the Rig Exchange if you're interested. Now let's hear a cab from a Tone Junkie's profile of the Vox AC10. Before we check out a different guitar, let's do an A-B comparison with the original profile and the altered one with the Diezel cabinet. Let's switch to a different guitar. Up until now I used my Fender Stratocaster with single coils. Next I'm using my Music Man Petrucci signature with humbuckers. For this demo I'm choosing a profile with the gain set to 9 on the original Fender amp. Listen to the original profile first. Now with the Diezel cab. While the rhythm sound is okay on both versions, the single-note lead riff sounds so much better with the Diezel cab. Here's another example with a lead 80s cabinet from the Kemper's presets. With a different cab, the amp sounds so much better, it's like the Kemper multiplied the sound quality many times. I'm finishing off this comparison with the clean channel. I'm back on my Fender Stratocaster now. Let's listen to the original profile. That does not sound bad at all. Maybe a little too bright, but that can be desirable in some mixes. I'm switching to a cab from a Tone Junkie's 57 Bandmaster profile. Wait a minute. The cab in the Fender Frontman Reverb seems to sound pretty well on a clean sound. Maybe it sounds good on a profile of an expensive amp? Let's now use the Bandmaster profile and swap out the cab to the Frontman's cab. But let's hear the original Bandmaster profile first. Now with the cheap cabinet of the Frontman Reverb. Well, that sounds a little thin. Still usable. So to wrap things up, here's what I think. The cab of the Frontman Reverb is really the weak component of this amp. Especially on the overdrive channel, the sound really lacks fullness and is really fuzzy. If you use a different cab, you can get some pretty good sounds out of it. So this is the answer to the question in the beginning. Yes, the Kemper can sound better than the original amp if you tweak a profile. Go ahead and try it out for yourself. The profiles are available in the Rig Exchange under the author Stefan. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up. Hear you soon.